crochet lovers, and welcome to my channel Spaß mit Faden. Today I want to show you how I've crocheted those little wallets. As you can see, I've already crocheted 2 of them, and you can crochet your little wallet although as a crochet beginner, because it actually finishes very fast. I've crocheted my little wallet in 1 hour, and I want to crochet now to go with you my 3rd little wallet. My wallets have a width of 12 centimeters and they're 7 centimeters long, and they turned out just very beautiful. And please just make sure to subscribe my channel, and now we want to start crocheting together our little wallets. To crochet now together with me your little wallet, you'll of course need some yarn. I would recommend you to use some cotton yarn, and I didn't even use 50 gram of my cotton yarn for the little wallet. As you can see, I've chosen a very pretty pink color. You'll need a hook. I crocheted my wallet with a 3mm hook. You'll need a yarn needle to sew up your ends and some scissors to cut off your yarn ends. And you'll need some push buttons to close up your wallet. And I really do hope now that you enjoy the instructions. I want to start crocheting my wallet by creating a slip knot first. And into that slip knot I now want to insert my hook and pull my slip knot tight. I now want to start to crochet my wallet by chaining 20 first. For a chain I always want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the loop on my hook. This was my first chain, my second, third, fourth and my 5th chain, so please just continue to crochet your 20 chains. Now that I've crocheted my 20 chains, I want to start my very first row by crocheting into this very first chain 1 slip stitch. What I want to do now is to insert my hook into that chain, yarn over, and for a slip stitch I now want to pull this yarn through all the loops on my hook. This was now my very first slip stitch. I want to go to the next chain and insert my hook in it. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through all the loops on my hook. This was my 2nd slip stitch, my 3rd, 4th slip stitch, my 5th, my 6th, and my 7th and last slip stitch. So what we've done so far is to crochet 20 chains, and then we crocheted into each chain 1 slip stitch. We have now crocheted in total 7 slip stitches. And what I want to do now is to crochet into that very next chain 1 single crochet. So I want to insert my hook into that next chain, yarn over and pull my yarn through the chain. And as you can see, I've got 2 loops now on my hook. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through those 2 loops for a single crochet. Into the next following 3 chains, I now want to crochet 3 double crochets in each. So for a double crochet, I want to yarn over, and as I said, I want to crochet now in this following chain 3 double crochets. So I just insert my hook into the chain, yarn over and pull my yarn through the chain. Now as you can see, I've got 3 loops now on my hook. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the first 2 loops. Then I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the following 2 loops as well. This was now my very first double crochet. As I said, I want to crochet into that chain in total 3 double crochets. So I yarn over, insert my hook into the same chain. I want to yarn over and pull the yarn out of the chain again. And as you can see, I've got 3 loops. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through the very first 2 loops. Then I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the last 2 loops as well. This was now my 2nd double crochet, and this is my 3rd double crochet. As I said, into the following 2 chains, I want to crochet 3 double crochets as well. So I insert my hook into the next chain and crochet my 3 double crochets just like this. This was the 2nd one. One last one is missing. And I've crocheted into the following chain now my 3 double crochets, and now I want to crochet into the following chain 3 double crochets. So what we've done now after our single crochet is to crochet in the following 3 chains 3 double crochets in each. And what I want to do now after I've crocheted those 9 double crochets is to insert my hook into the next chain and crochet again 1 single crochet. And now I have 7 chains left, and in each of those I want to crochet now again a slip stitch. So please just crochet 7 slip stitches again, and then you should be finished with your very first row. I've just crocheted my 7 slip stitches and completed my very first row, and we want to start now every following row by chaining 1 and turning our whole work around. What we want to do now while crocheting our wallet is to crochet every following stitch starting from this row into the back loop only. As you can see, our stitches are normally made out of those 2 loops. What we want to do now is to crochet our whole wallet by crocheting into the back loop only. I want to show you how I do this. So what I've done so far is to chain 1 for my very second row, and I now want to insert my hook on top of this very first stitch and grab the back loop only. Then I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through this very first stitch, and as you can see, I've got 2 loops on my hook, and I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through those 2 loops, because in the second row we now want to crochet 1 row with only single crochets. So I insert my hook on top of that following stitch and grab the back loop only. Then I want to yarn over and pull it through. I've got 2 loops, and for my second single crochet I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through those following 2 loops. Please just crochet in your second row into the back loop only your single crochets, and in the end of your second row you'll then have crocheted in total 25 single crochets. I'm now nearly at the end of row number 2, and I've crocheted 23 single crochets so far. I've got 2 last stitches left, and then I will have my 25 single crochets. So what I want to do is to grab again the back loop only in this following stitch and crochet my single crochet number 24, and there I've got 1 last stitch left where I want to grab again the back loop only and crochet my very last single crochet for my second row, and this will be now my 25th single crochet. I want to chain again 1 for the beginning of row number 3 and turn my whole work around. And what we want to do now is to crochet again into the back loops only. We want to do this with our whole wallet, and I want to insert my hook now in between those 2 loops and grab the back loop only and crochet my very first slip stitch. This is my second slip stitch. Please continue to crochet 7 slip stitches, and then we meet up again. We started our third row now by chaining 1 and crocheting only into the back loop our 7 slip stitches now. Into this following stitch I now want to crochet again only into the back loop 1 single crochet. Into the following 3 stitches I want to crochet only into the back loop 1 double crochet. So this is the first double crochet. Into the following stitch I want to crochet now my second double crochet, and into the following stitch I now want to crochet my third double crochet, and into the following 3 we now want to crochet 3 double crochets in each. So I want to yarn over and crochet into that following stitch now my 3 double crochets. This is my second one and my third double crochet. Then I want to crochet into the following stitch again 3 double crochets. This is the first one, my second double crochet and my third double crochet, and into that following stitch I want to crochet again my 3 double crochets. So what we've done so far is to crochet in the beginning 1 chain of this row, then we crocheted our 7 slip stitches. After our 7 slip stitches we crocheted 1 single crochet, then we crocheted into the following 3 stitches 1 double crochet in each, and now we've crocheted 9 double crochets in total. And now that we've crocheted our 9 double crochets, we want to crochet the same pattern in reverse. So I want to go to that next stitch and crochet 1 double crochet in it. Into that following stitch I want to crochet 1 double crochet, and into the following stitch I want to crochet now my third double crochet. So what we've done now is to crochet our 9 double crochets, then we crocheted into the following 3 stitches 1 double crochet in each, and I want to go on now with this following stitch and crochet 1 single crochet in it. Until the end of row number 3 I should have now 7 stitches left, and I want to crochet into the back loop in each of those stitches 1 slip stitch. We've now completed the crochet our third row. What I want to do now to start my following row is to chain 1 again, and we are now in row number 4, and in this 4th round we now want to crochet into the back loop only again our single crochet. crochets. Please just continue to crochet on top of each stitch into the back loop only your single crochets, and at the end of row number 4 you should then have in total 31 single crochets. We are now already at the end of row number 4. What I've done so far is to crochet my 30 single crochets. I've got one last stitch left in row number 4 and I want to crochet into it my single crochet number 31. What I want to do now to start my 5th row is to chain 1 and turn my whole work around. What I want to do now is to crochet into the back loop again my slip stitches. This was my first slip stitch, my second slip stitch, my third, fourth, and my 5th slip stitch, number 6, and my 7th and last slip stitch. And after I've crocheted into the back loop only my 7 slip stitches, I want to go to that very next stitch and crochet 1 single crochet on top of it. And now I want to just crochet into my back loops 15 double crochets. So this is my first double crochet. This is my second double crochet. Please crochet your 15 double crochets like me. Just insert your hook into that back loop and crochet your double crochets. And it should be 15 in total. And once you've crocheted your 15 double crochets, we'll meet up again. I've just crocheted my 15 double crochets. What I want to do now after my 15th double crochet is to insert my hook again into that next stitch, grab the back loop only and crochet 1 single crochet, and we should now have 7 slip stitches left till we are at the end of this row. So I just want to insert my hook into the next stitch, grab the back loop only and crochet my very first slip stitch. This is my second slip stitch, my third slip stitch, number 4, 5, my 6th slip stitch, and there at the edge I want to grab this very last stitch and crochet my 7th and last slip stitch into it. Now I want to chain 1 again and turn my whole work around, and we are now at row number 6, and in this row we want to crochet into the back loop of our stitches again our single crochets. So this was my very first single crochet, my second single crochet. So please just complete row number 6 by crocheting your single crochets again. You should then have at the end of row number 6 in total 31 single crochets again. I've just completed a crochet again my row by crocheting my single crochets. I've completed my row now in total again with my 31 single crochets, and I want to chain 1 now and turn my work around. What we want to do now is to crochet again our 7 slip stitches. Then I want to crochet again my single crochet and 15 double crochets. And after my 15th double crochet, I again want to crochet 1 single crochet and then 7 slip stitches till the end of this row. So what we want to do now is to repeat row number 5 and 6 for 5 times in total. This means my 5th row, I now want to crochet again. Then I want to crochet again my row with my 31 single crochets. And after that, I want to repeat this 5th row 3 more times. So I've crocheted it in total 5 times, and in between we always want to crochet our row with our single crochets. So we have to crochet now 10 more rounds to complete it, and after you've crocheted your 5th round for 5 times and in between your rows with your single crochets for 5 times, we'll meet up again. I've crocheted now my 5th repeat of my rows with my single crochets. In between I had always this rounds with my 15 double crochets. And now that I've crocheted my 5th row with my basic single crochets, I've repeated both of those rows 5 times, and I now want to chain 1 and turn my whole work around. What I want to do now is to crochet first my 7 slip stitches again. This is my first slip stitch, the second one, my 3rd slip stitch, number 4, my 5th slip stitch, my 6th slip stitch, and my 7th and last slip stitch. After my 7 slip stitches that I crocheted again into the back loop only, I want to crochet my single crochet, and in the following 3 stitches I now want to crochet 1 double crochet. So this is my first double crochet, my second double crochet, and my third double crochet. And what we want to do now is to work an invisible decrease. I just want to yarn over and insert my hook into this very first stitch, yarn over and pull my yarn through, and I've got 3 loops, and I want to yarn over and pull the yarn through the very first 2 loops. The following 2 loops I just want to leave on my hook. I want to yarn over again and go to that next stitch, yarn over and pull my hook again out of the stitch. I've got 4 loops. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn now again through the very first 2 loops only. Those 3 loops I want to leave again on my hook, and I want to yarn over a last time and insert my hook again into the next stitch, yarn over and pull the yarn through. And as you can see, I've got now 5 loops on my hook, and I want to yarn over again first and pull my yarn now through the very first 2 loops, and I've got now 4 loops left. To yarn over and pull my yarn just through the first 3 loops. I've got 2 loops left, and I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through those 2 loops. Now we crocheted with those 3 stitches 1 invisible decrease. So those 3 stitches we now made 1, and we want to repeat that 2 more times. So we worked 3 invisible decreases in total. I yarn over, insert my hook into the following stitch, yarn over and pull it out again. I've got 3 loops. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the first 2 loops. Now I want to yarn over and go to the next stitch, yarn over and pull my yarn through. I've got 4 loops, and again I want to yarn over and pull my yarn through the very first 2 loops only. And one last time I want to yarn over, insert my hook into the next stitch. I want to yarn over and pull my yarn out again. I now want to yarn over again and pull it through the first 2 loops. Now I want to yarn over and pull it through the following 3 loops, and I've got 2 last loops left, and I want to yarn over and finish my second invisible decrease. Now I want to do it one more time. I yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, and then I want to pull my yarn through the first 2 loops. And as you can see, I just want to crochet now my third invisible decrease like this. I just want to yarn over and pull my yarn now through the 3 loops, and I've got 2 last loops left, and I want to yarn over and finish my third invisible decrease. Now that I've crocheted my 9 stitches together to 3 for the following round, because we always made out of 3 stitches in this round 1, I want to continue to crochet the pattern that we've crocheted before in reverse. I want to crochet now my 3 double crochets in the following stitches, each in 1. This is my first double crochet. I go to my next stitch and crochet my second double crochet, and this is my third double crochet. Now I want to crochet 1 single crochet. Until the end of my round I should have now 7 stitches left. In each I want to crochet 1 slip stitch. After I finished now this round with my 7 slip stitches, I want to chain 1 again, and then I want to crochet again 1 basic row of single crochets only into our back loop, and you should then in total have crocheted 25 single crochets, and we'll meet up again when you crochet your row with your single crochets. After my very first row with my invisible decreases, I've now already completed my row with the basic single crochets. As I said, it should be 25 single crochets after your first row with your invisible decreases. And we are actually now in the beginning of our very last row. I want to chain 1 and turn my work around as usual, and I want to start again with 7 slip stitches. This is my second slip stitch, my third, my fourth, my 5th slip stitch, number 6, and my 7th and last slip stitch. And now I want to crochet again 1 basic single crochet. I want to crochet again the following 9 stitches together as 3 invisible decreases. We want to do the same thing that we've done before. We want to crochet always the following 3 stitches together as 1 invisible decrease. This was my first invisible decrease. I want to go on my following 3 stitches and crochet my second invisible decrease. And now I have to do the following 3 stitches again, and I will be finished with my 3 invisible decreases. So this is my third invisible decrease. And after my 3 invisible decreases, I want to go on again with 1 single crochet, and I want to complete now this last row by crocheting my 7 slip stitches again. Once I've crocheted my 7 slip stitches, I want to chain 1, and then I want to leave like 20 centimeters of my yarn over, cut my yarn through, and pull the yarn through the very last chain that I'll crochet. And I want to show you what we want to do then with this leftover 20 centimeters of yarn. We want to close up this edge. Later on I want to show you how we want to insert our yarn in here and close this side as well. And we'll be finished with our little wallet then. I just folded my little wallet together and it turned out like this. What I've done now after my 7th slip stitch is to chain 1 and leave like 20 centimeters of my yarn over and cut it off after that. Because what we want to do now is to close those both sides with slip stitches. So I just want to insert my hook now into this edge on the front, and I want to do the same thing in the back. And as you can see, this was our leftover yarn. I just put it up on my left hand. I want to yarn over and crochet my very first slip stitch. Then I want to go to that following stitch on the front and in the back, yarn over and pull my yarn again through those stitches. And like this, I want to close up now those edges, and I will do the same thing with the other side as well. Take your yarn on the other side, insert your hook on those 2 sides and crochet slip stitches till you're at the very end. Then you want to put your yarn into the inside of your little wallet and sew up the ends. What you can do although is to use push buttons to close this whole thing up. I probably add a little bow or pearls on my wallet as well, and we'll see each other again once I'm finished with my little wallet. I've just closed now my edges on the left and on the right with my little slip stitches, and then I sewed up all of my yarn ends inside of my wallet. And all I have to do with my pink wallet now is to just add some push buttons on the opening. I've done this with this already. I want to show you how it turned out. I just sewed up some push buttons in the inside of my wallet, and now I'm able to close it up and open it as I want. And as you can see, they've turned out very, very beautiful and cute. And if you do have now as beautiful, pretty little wallets as I do, please make sure to subscribe my channel and like and comment this video to support me. And I really do hope that we will see each other the next time again.